welcome back to Learn Economy. In this video, we are going to look at crowding out effect with respect to the slope of LM curve. We have already seen the difference between crowding out and crowding in. I will be providing the link of the video which discusses the difference between crowding out and crowding in the description box, so that you can use the same in order to have an idea. Okay. So I'll be giving you a gist of what crowding out means in this video itself, because that is very important for you to have an understanding of this particular topic which we are going to discuss in this video. Crowding out involves a decrease in the private investment due to increase in the rate of interest, which brought about by an expansionary fiscal policy. That means that whenever there is an increase in the government expenditure as a result of increase in the interest rate created by the increase in government expenditure, there would be a decrease in the private investment. This is what crowding out means. Okay. Whether crowding out takes place or not, this would depend upon the slope of LM curve. There are three possibilities here. If the LM curve is positively sloped, there would be partial crowding out. If LM curve is horizontal, then there would not be any crowding out. And if LM curve is vertical, there would be full crowding out. Here, if there is any change in fiscal policy of the government, that would shift the IS curve. IS curve equation shows that IS curve is affected by both government expenditure as well as taxes. When the government expenditure increases, that is fiscal expansion. So there will be some crowding out. The reason is that when the government expenditure increases at a given rate of interest, aggregate demand would increase and the IS curve would shift to right. This is so because we know that the IS equation is given by y is equal to C plus I plus G. That is, Y is the income, C is the consumption, I is the investment expenditure. C is the consumption expenditure, I is the investment expenditure, and G is the government expenditure. So when there is an increase in the government expenditure, this would increase the income level in the economy. As a result, there would be an increase in the aggregate demand. So all this happened at a given level of interest rate. As a result, the IS would shift to IS1. IS1 would shift to IS1. Okay. IS1 would shift to IS2. IS would shift to IS1. There would be a rightward shift. However, the extent of the shift in the IS curve would depend upon the extent of the multiplier. The greater the value of the multiplier, the greater will be the horizontal shift of the IS curve. And at a given rate of increase, the equilibrium income would increase. This is increased by delta G into alpha G. We have seen that the value of the multiplier is the alpha G and delta G is the change in government expenditure. So we are going to look into some possibilities here. Initially, if the economy is at point E, here the income level is Y0 and the investment is I0. With the fiscal expansion, that means if there is an increase in the government spending or if there is an increase in the government expenditure, this would increase. Actually, we know that the government spending would be increased here. Just keep the real money supply constant, which is M by P is considered to be constant here. And as a result of the increase in government expenditure, the IS curve would shift. The initial IS curve is IS0 and IS0 would be shifted to IS1. The slope would remain the same. That is the new curve, the new IS curve would be parallel to the old IS curve. And this shift from IS0 to IS1 is by an amount which is equal to alpha G into delta G, and the income increases to Y2. Which is at a given rate of interest I0. Okay. And the income increases by the amount of alpha G into delta G, because an increase the government spending would increase aggregate demand in the economy, which in turn would increase the output levels in the economy. So at a given level of interest rate, we know that the initial level of interest rate is I0 and the equilibrium in the product market is given by E2, which is the equilibrium level, and here at this point the income level is determined by Y2. But at E2, what happens is that the money market is not in equilibrium, because as there would be because we know that the money supply is constant, and therefore E2 situation would make some excess demand in the economy for money. So there would be an excess demand for money, and this is because when income increases, the transaction demand for money would increase. That is, L1 would increase. The result is that there would be demand for real balances, and this will be greater than the real supply. The supply of real balances. We have to compare the demand for real balances as well as supply of real balances. Here, the demand for real balances is greater. That is, MD is more than MS. MD is greater than MS. In order to meet the increased demand for money, people will sell bonds. As a result, supply of bonds would increase because whatever they were holding with them, whatever bonds they were holding with them are now sold in the market. As a result, bond supply would increase, and here the supply of bonds is greater than the demand for bonds. As a result, the price of the bond would decrease because supply is more than demand. As a result, the price would decrease, which means that this price would decrease the interest rate. The price of the bonds would decrease, interest rate will increase, and as a result, because we have to understand that the bond price and interest rate are inversely related. As a result, when the interest rate increases, both the money market and product market is affected. You have to be sure about this. Not only the money market is affected, but also the product market is affected whenever there is a change in the interest rate. So in the money market, when the interest rate increases, L2 will decrease, because we have to understand that L2 is a function of I means interest rate. So as a result, MD will decrease, demand for money would decrease. In the product market, what happens is that when interest rate increases, the investment would decrease. Due to decrease in investment, the aggregate demand would decrease, and thus income level would also decrease. In the product market as well as the money market, both the markets would move from the equilibrium point from E to E1. Both these are equilibrium points. So there is a movement from E to E1. General equilibrium is established at E1, where IS1 is equal to LM. So here the interest rate I1, this is greater than I0, and the income level Y1, this is less than Y2. Thus, when interest rate increases, investment would fall and income would fall. This is known as a crowding out, and this is as a result of the increase in the government spending. We have seen that increase in government spending, if there is an increase in the government spending, would affect the interest rate, and as a result, how this would affect the investment of the private parties. However, we have to understand that the extent of crowding out would depend upon the slope of the IS curve as well as the LM curve. If the LM curve is flatter, income increases will be more and interest rate will increase less. If the IS curve is flatter, we have seen how what will happen if the LM curve is flatter. If the LM curve is flatter, then the income increase will be more and the interest rate increase will be less. If IS curve is flatter, income increase will be less and interest rate increase will be more. So these two are opposite situations. So in the case of IS curve, the extent of crowding out will depend upon the extent of increase in the interest rate, because with respect to flatter the IS curve we are saying, and the greater the interest rate increases when the government spending increases, the greater will be the crowding out. Okay. So we have to see how there is in how the investment how it is sensitive to the interest rate changes in the interest rate. Okay. So crowding out when LM curve is horizontal. So this is shown by the liquidity trap region of the Keynes. We can use this Keynes approach here. In this region, there won't be any crowding out because LM curve is horizontal. Reason is that in liquidity trap region, we have to see that any change in the money supply or any change in the monetary policy, this won't affect the interest rate in the economy, and the interest rate, if it is fallen to such a low level, the price of the bonds are so high that the people prefer to hold money in cash. That is, they want to have money in the form of liquid cash. They believe that buying all the other assets like bonds and etc. and all will lead to a capital loss. As a result, they would prefer to hold money with them. Therefore, LM curve would be horizontal, which is parallel to x-axis. Okay, and as a result, in this region, what happens is that in this region, the monetary policy is totally ineffective, but the fiscal policy is fully effective, and therefore, when government spending increases, it is full multiplier effect would be there. and the equilibrium level of income would be affected, but there won't be any effect on the interest rate. Okay. Since interest rate does not change, investment will not decrease. As a result, it will have no adverse effect on the income level. Due to an expansionary fiscal policy, the IS curve would shift right, income level increases. As a result, we can see that here in this case, interest rate is unaffected, but there is an increase in income. Okay. Crowding out when LM curve is vertical. This is something using a classical approach. Full crowding out would be there because in the LM range here LM, we know that LM curve is vertical. That means that this is a classical range, and here M by P is equal to KY. The monetary policy will have no effect upon the income level. Though an increase in government spending will shift the IS curve to right, this will have no effect on the income, but there will be some effect upon the interest rate. That means an interest rate would increase, and this is because LM curve is vertical and the demand for money does not respond to changes in the interest rate. Initially, the economy is at point E, where the income level is Y0, interest is I0, investment is I0. During the fiscal expansion, that means that whenever there is a shift in the IS curve, the economy is in equilibrium at point E1, but at a higher interest rate I1, and the income level, but it remains the same, that is Y0. Due to an increase in the interest rate, the cost of borrowing would increase. As a result, investment would decrease from I0 to I1, which is equal to the government spending. As a result, an increase in the interest rate will crowd out the private spending by an amount which is equal to the increase in government spending. That is, decrease in income would be equal to the increase in the government spending and the full crowd, and there would be, the effect is that full crowding out. So that's all. I welcome you to my Telegram group and Telegram channel to discuss your doubts, and also like, share and subscribe. Please like, share and subscribe to this channel for more videos, and thank you for watching.